Hi there, it's Stefan from Appify Digital, and today I'm going to build an AI PDF parser that can parse data like IDs, payslips, bank statements, and similar stuff in a second. So let's get started. So who is this project for? For example, if you run know your customer onboarding, landing, insurance stuff, or property letting, anywhere new customers hand you payslips, IDs, bank statements, and whatever, this is for you. Today, that work is mostly manual. Someone reads each document and retypes the files into a form. And we are going to compress that to seconds. The tool that we are building today, you can use it on your website or as a standalone feature. In my case, I decided to use the project I worked previously on. You can check the video of the previous project down there in the description. So I use that like a starting point, and from there I'm going to build this feature. So basically what we want to do here is upload some PDFs. We are going to use AI in the background, parse it and store it into our database. Again, like on previous video, code will be down there in the description in our GitHub, so feel free to check it out. Now, let's see what we are going to build. Now, quick framing before we dive in. This is a working demo of the pattern, not a production deployment. A real rollout for a regulated business needs more around it. Stricter documentation validation, full access controls, audit logs retention, and erasure flows. Basically the full GDPR posture. We'll touch on the headline risks, but the focus today is the architecture. The production hardening is its own piece of work. In the era of AI, the most important thing is how you structure and organize your project. So we'll focus more here on architectural part rather than coding, right? So everything starts here with a public link. The admin generates a one-off token, sends it to the applicant, so no login, no account. They open the page on their phone or computer or whatever, pick what they are uploading, drag in the PDF, and that's all. Second stage is our Next.js application and actually Next.js API routes. So behind the page, 3 routes do the work. Upload accepts file, parse runs the AI, confirm marks a document as reviewed, and that's it. The interesting decision is that upload doesn't wait for parsing. It stores the file, inserts the row, and immediately kicks off parsing in the background. So the applicant isn't sitting there staring at the spinner while Claude reads the PDF. Then we move to Supabase, to database. 2 pieces of Supabase here, so the PDF itself lives in the object storage under the path, scoped by the lead ID, never exposed publicly, and the metadata and the extracted fields live in a document table. The extracted leads are stored as JSONB, not a rigid schema because the shape is different per document, right? And the type will evolve. When we finish that, we go to phase 4, so the Claude API. This is where the AI does the narrow job. We send the PDF directly to Claude as a vision input. So important thing, no OCR step, no processing. So the important design step here is that we use a different system prompt per document type. Payslip prompt asks for employer, gross net, something like that. An AID prompt asks for the name, date of birth, expiry, and so on. And the bank statement prompt should ask for balances and flows. This is important because smaller and focused prompts hallucinate less while we work with AI, right? And they're easier to evolve as we learn what real documents look like. So we can easily update those prompts. And then Claude returns a strict JSON file. The last step, human stays in the loop, right? The admin opens the lead page, sees the extracted field, already filled in, but important thing, editable. In case Claude got something wrong, the admin can fix inline and confirm. The applicant can also correct their own fields from the upload link after parsing, which cuts down the backend forts, right? Interesting thing, status updates stream over Supabase Realtime, so the admin sees parsing flip to parsed without even refreshing the page. So now, next thing, let's start with prompts. So the first thing I want to do is cover the Supabase stuff, database upload in general. No Claude, no AI, no parsing, nothing. So just upload and store. First, I define here what I want to do with Supabase, what documents, what tables, columns to create. Then the Next API routes, where upload happens, where we generate the upload link, and so on and so on. So let's do this now. The Claude finished, so it gave us some new files here. Important thing, the SQL files, so documents and upload token. You can just copy them and paste them directly to Supabase. Again, I explained this in more depth in a previous video, so check it out if you want. After that, we added types for the new fields, for the new docs, right? And then the upload stuff comes in. So just a basic React component or page, whatever, fully generated by AI. Here we have a route for uploading the document. So basic Supabase stuff, right? And here is the copy link button component. It triggers this route here. Basically, when we press copy, we fetch this route in Supabase. We create link. We can then send it to the user, which then will use that link to upload documents. And everything will be stored by this at this lead ID in the database. Let's go next. Next thing, we need to add an AI parsing layer to this project. So here is the precise prompt, because we finished the upload step. So after success, we fire and forget the post to this route here. So it's important to set to Claude. It should not block the upload response. And in route, we set what we want. We change status to parsing. PDFs go to Supabase storage. Then we send it to Claude, to this model here. Define a different system props per docs type. So we have payslip, we have ID, for example, and the bank statement. And we define that each prompt must return strict JSON only. On success, on failure, what to do, and keep all docs type in library Claude API, so we can easily manage them later if we want. Let's go. Alright, now we have new files. So here I have Claude API, which is in my case updated because in the previous video I used it as well. So I'm going to skip this, and yeah, here is the document systems. So this is the basic prompt for payslip, ID document, and the bank statement. Here is the function for parsing it actually based on a doc type, and this is the main function for parsing. Right here we have a route for uploading files, uploading documents, basic Supabase stuff. You can even get this from the docs. And here a documents file which acts like a helper where we define everything related to upload stuff. So error handling, type management, other utility functions, schemas, validation, and so on and so on. One quick flag worth raising: when you feed user uploaded PDFs into an LLM, you've opened the prompt injection surface. A bad actor can embed text in the document telling Claude to return whatever they want. The mitigation is simple: validate the JSON against the strict schema, sanity check the values, and keep the human confirmation step. And the final part, connect everything with the admin functionality. So here is the prompt. We cover the admin side, we cover the lead side, so on both ends. We have similar stuff where we show the upload component, where we show editing options if in case AI did something wrong. And important thing, so we want to subscribe to the documents table on real time, so admins can see the parse status flip from parsing to parsed without the actual refresh. Alright, so let's do it. Alright, the Claude has finished and generated a lot of files here. So we have a document list where we map through the documents and render them in a document panel. So that's this component. Here you can see a lot of code here with the labels and what's not. So yeah, basic React stuff. Then the document card here as well. Here we have routes for getting documents, deleted documents, and so on. This is the route, more routes for updating the fields, and this is the final confirmation in case when admin or lead itself wants to edit some field that AI parsed, right? And at the end, everything is included in this page. That's admin lead page, right? So we have this here. We get these documents and they render in real time. So we just added them here in documents card, right? So I think that's all. And let's see what we've got actually. And here is the final result. So this is my initial app. And when I go here and click to a new lead, here we have two things. First thing is the document section. So where we can choose to upload one of these documents or click here. So we copy this and, for example, send to our lead, to our client over the email, or whatever. So for this case, I'm going to open a new window. So let's paste it here. Yeah, perfect. So let's test it out now. First, I want to upload the bank statement. So here it is. Let's try it out. So Claude is reading the document and voila. Now if I go back here, I think in real time I should see it, right? So I can do the reparse, I can confirm it if it's fine, or I can edit it even. So here, let's say we have error here, so it's this. I can save it and go back. And you can see in real time it updates. I can edit it here as well as a lead, right? Okay, let's try with something a bit harder, like ID. So, or passport, yeah. So this is an example, and let's try to upload it. This is an ID document, right? Let's do it. Nice. I think it works. So let's go to admin side and we have a passport here. So I would say it works. Let's confirm, and we have a document saved. On data side, passports, payslips, and bank statements are special category records under GDPR. So 4 things matter from day one: a Supabase region inside your jurisdiction, encryption at rest, defined retention and erasure policy, and a data processing agreement with Anthropic. For the record, Anthropic does not train your API inputs, that's in their commercial terms, but your users still need a clear privacy notes telling them what's going on. So what I showed today is a pattern. Turning it into something you can put in front of real customers is the part what we do here for our clients at Appify. So that's all for today's video. Make sure to subscribe and follow us on social media, and I'll see you in next one.